if you want to see me sublimate on this Amazon sublimation photo blanket, just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Leslie. My channel is all about crafting on a budget. I do Cricut, sublimation, and kit craft videos. So if any of those things interest you, please consider subscribing, joining my YouTube family, and let's jump into the video. So in today's video, we are going to be sublimating on this Amazon photo sublimation blanket. It is 40 by 60 in dimension. It has 20 photo panels. The Amazon listing says that the panels are 7.9 by 9.8, but honestly, when I measured it, I got 10 by 7.5. That's what I made all my designs based off. The blanket is 100% polyester. It has tassel design all over the edge of it. It's around $35. It's really soft. Like, it's way softer than I thought it was going to be. And the inside of it is complete black. So, as you can see, the photo panels are pretty big. So, I definitely think it's bigger than the 7.9 by 9.8 that they said. But we're going to see if the photos I printed will fit this. I'm really excited about this. I'm actually making this blanket for myself. I'll have the blanket linked down below in case you want to try this. My first time trying it. So, we're going to try it together. And let's just jump to the heat press. I'm going to prep and do everything in the heat press. I'm not going to do anything on the side. We're just going to do it all in the heat press. I already have my heat press preheated. Okay, so we have our butcher paper on here to protect our heat press. We're just going to wing this because I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. So I'm going to take my heat press and we're just going to preheat it, so that we can just flatten it down and make sure that it's nice and leveled and even. Okay, so we're going to make sure that it's all going the right way, which in this case, if it's going the wrong way, have you ever seen when the blanket, the fleece just looks out of place? So you just have to make sure it's all going the right way. And it has a lot of lint. So you want to make sure that when you're lint rolling the way that it needs to be. Let me bring you in closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we're just going to lint roll. And you want to make sure you get all the lint. See, if we put it this way, so we're going to take our photos and we're going to put it on here. Make sure it's all facing the right way. My design is actually going to be too small for this, but I don't want to waste more ink, so we're going to work with it, right? So I just cut it down as much as I could so I can kind of get a better sense of where my design is. It's not going to be perfect, but we can definitely tell by this one how we should be doing the rest. So I'm going to tape it down. So the directions on the listing say 360 for 60 seconds. So we'll try that. If not, we'll move up to 400. Okay, so let's see. So that black seems to be sublimated on there as well because it's coming up on the butcher paper. So we're gonna need a new butcher paper for each one. But the corner one came out way better. There's barely any white. But if the image does come onto the black, you can see that on there. You can see where the paper finishes and all that. But it looks pretty cute. I think we're just gonna keep going down the line on the same side. So again, we're gonna pre-press it. So that we can flatten it. We're gonna take our lint roller again, and we're going this direction. I just cut it as close as I could to it. And I'm fine with there being like a white border because this is a test and this is for myself. I honestly think you should just make the design the whole 8.5 by 11 because a whole sheet of paper seems to cover these squares. Okay, let's get a different piece of butcher paper. Okay, let's press at 360 for 60 seconds. So it's actually a little bit more than 7.5. It's closer to 10.5, not 10. A little bit past 10.5 actually. So maybe a full size of paper, 8.5 by 11 would have been better, and then you would have to trim it because it would go onto the black, but at least it wouldn't look like this. One whole side is done. So now we're going to move on to the other side. We're going to have to do it this way. I love how it turned out even with all of the mistakes. I don't know, I just think it's such a special gift to give to someone. So there's definitely a lot of mistakes, as you can see. Something I didn't think about or really take into consideration, it's been a while since I've done blankets or things like that, is that obviously when you pre-press it to get all the moisture out, it's gonna kind of flat and get bigger. So I had made my design 10 by 7.5. It should have really been like 10.6 by 8.6, something like that. So to really just cover this whole thing, keep into consideration that this black part, I'm pretty sure it's sublimated on there, so it goes onto your butcher paper. But also, if when you pre-press it and there's a crease, it's going to, let me see if I can find an example. It's gonna press onto your design. It's gonna go onto the white part, that black part. Like right here. You see this? That's because this part was kind of like that, kind of. So be considerate of that as well. And your picture, if you have the paper shifted, let me show you a good one. Can the camera pick that up? If your picture, yes it can. You see how the picture is also on the black, so be considerate of that as well. So you want it to have a little bit of bleed, but not too much. This was actually a really cool, it's just really cool. I would love to like gift this to someone, but next time obviously make it bigger. I just didn't make it bigger right now because I didn't want to waste ink. This was a lot of ink to get all these pictures. There's 20 of them, so. But other than that, it took me about 45 minutes to do. I love how it turned out. This is going to be for me anyways. And I think it would be a really special gift for like Mother's Day, Father's Day, something like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. And I will have it linked down below so you guys can try it as well. I did also see some on Etsy, and I was debating, do I get it on Amazon or Etsy? Because on Etsy, a lot of them are $20. But when I looked at shipping, it was like $15 to ship, which would equal the same amount as the ones from Amazon. And Amazon, I would get it way sooner than Etsy. So that's why I chose Amazon. And I don't regret it. I love it. It's super soft. I love having these memories on here. They're just, I just love it so much. So I'll have it linked down below. Check it out. Let me know if you guys do it as well. You can tag me on Instagram if you do end up making yourself one. Make sure to check out my video where I supplement on Dollar Tree wooden ornaments. I'll have it linked in the cards above. And also check out my sublimation playlist.